How did sports play a role in your life?
My dad played professional hockey. Made sure just growing up that I played 3 sports, but the goal was to be a teammate, I think. I don't think anybody planned on me playing professional hockey or anything then.
You played professional hockey?
I certainly did. I played for the Montreal Canadiens for a little bit, and I'm still involved in hockey. I'm an actor on a TV show called Shoresy. Hockey journey started when I was, I guess, 2 years old, and it still hasn't finished.
Who am I here with today?
Terry Ryan.
And what industry did you pursue a career in?
Right now, I'm an actor on a TV show called Shoresy, but it's really a continuation of my hockey career. I play a hockey player. When I was younger, I wanted to be a writer and I wanted to be a hockey player. The second doesn't really work out for everybody, but telling the truth, and up until I was 15 or 16, the goal for me was just to play a sport that taught good team sacrifice. And, I really do believe that a dressing room, hockey, but others, sports in general, teach you to be, sacrifice for the team. And I think it's a dressing room is a metaphor for real life.
I love that. What we're trying to build here is like sports isn't everybody. Everyone kind of grew up playing a team sport and stuff like that. What did sports teach you, life advice that you still use to this day?
Suppose teaches you humility one way or the other. You not only to be a good leader, but you're pursuing goals first of all, right? Most of the goals that you're pursuing, obviously they have a personal level to it, but it's about the team. You can't get there. There's no shortcut. You can't get there without being a good teammate. You might want to win the scoring. You might be a much better talented, I hate to use the word better because it's everything. It's mind, it's physical, it's skill, it's all of it. But the cream is going to rise to the top if you're on a successful team. And I don't just mean winning a championship. That's part of it. It's great to win, but you can have a lot of success not winning. You can overachieve as a team. You can make the first round not having expected to do so. Montreal Canadiens last year, the year before. Now they're in a position to, why? Because they sacrificed for the team. They're ready, it got them warmed up. Now this year there's an expectation. Well, whether they win or not, I don't know. But you can see in real time how those guys are coming together because they're sacrificing, they're learning to grow as a team. And with that comes personal success like 51 goals for Cole Caulfield.
That's some great advice you just told me right now. Talking about your career, what's one mistake you made that with the information you know now, you wouldn't have made back in the day?
I didn't go back to camp. I'm a first round pick, the highest pick ever from Newfoundland. I didn't go back to camp. I didn't like the coach. I asked for a trade. It didn't happen. I busted my ankle. I had egg all over my face. And I had to work hard, go back to school. It did teach me a lot of lessons. You want to talk humility, try being a first round pick, playing 8 games, and having the potential to play way more. But I knew that early on, and it took a while to get over it, but that was my mistake. I didn't go back to camp. But for years I tripped over my bottom lip. I blamed other people, but really, it's my fault. And hockey still taught me that, and I'm still involved. My
Accountability.
Accountability, you got it, right?
Yeah.
And that's, I think, even the TV show I'm on, Shoresy, it's funny, but there's an underlying message, and accountability is one of them.
That's awesome advice. So what I would say to you right now is take me back to the period of when you thought like maybe I could make it to the professional level. What was that opportunity like for you?
It was good. It was early for me. I can't speak for everybody, and really I'm not trying to tell you asked me a question. So I was rated pretty high. At 14, I was recruited by the Tri-City Americans, which are in Washington State, 5,000 miles or so away from Mount Pearl, Newfoundland, but they saw me at the Quebec Pee Wee tournament, invited me to go out west. So I played Tier 2 junior both of my Bantam years, which was a unique experience. So I guess I was a bit of a blue chip prospect.
Yeah.
So from my angle, again, I'm not being, still playing in the NHL was incredible, but there was a level of expectation, not only the NHL, but to go through and get a scholarship, and that was really the goal, was to get my schooling paid for. But early on, I knew that was a possibility. I'm not necessarily the NHL, but success at hockey isn't always the NHL. Pro, I knew was possible,
Right.
And getting a school, my free degree, coming from where I came from, that was very important, probably the most important. And I ended up going down and playing for the Tri-City Americans in the Western League, a place, Kennewick, I'd never heard of. Actually, nobody from my hometown it was back before social media, and it was just, it was like another planet. But again, I went through it with hockey players. We graduated together. It wasn't all the on-ice stuff. It was the camaraderie that we built.
Off the ice,
Off the ice. Right? I mean, we lost to Kamloops, arguably the best junior team ever, 3 Memorial Cups in 5 years. That's when I say it wasn't, but we still consider ourselves successful. We learned a lot, and we, guys springboarded into different careers, scholarships in Europe. Some of them just retired, myself, NHL, so some people just go on and will have learned a lesson.
Right.
Just living with billets. You learn to live on your own. There's all kinds of. It's honestly, it's never ending the ways that being on a team, as you grow older.
Yeah, what it teaches you.
Yeah, definitely. It's the same in junior B as it is in the NHL. Once you're in that room, people have the
Same as junior B as the NHL, you learn the same stuff?
Well, in a relative, like the way the leaders approach things, the way the younger players come in and get their legs under them, the way you conduct yourself off the ice. In the NHL, it might be, downtown came uptown, as David Wilcox would say. The NHL, you might have scotch and soda and a cigar, I don't know, in junior, Diet Cokes, I don't know, a few beers on the bus.
Right.
You're just getting to know, but it's camaraderie. You're the things in a relative level, the same thing's happening on the ice. You got to stick up for each other. It's not always about fighting either. When I say team sacrifice, I mean it might be your goalie has a shutout and you need to block a shot with 30 seconds left. It's not always fighting or hitting, or it often is. It's being there for someone when they're going through a hard time. Maybe it's a girlfriend, maybe a parent just passed away, and you got to go through that in the room. The last thing you want to be doing is going out and playing hockey, but you have to do it because you've chosen that career. And who gets you through that? Your teammates.
It's a brotherhood.
Yes.
If you walked into a dressing room and your 10-year-old self was there before they started their hockey career, what's one piece of advice you would give your younger self?
Don't react too quick to things. Don't get too high. Don't get too low. I mean, directly, I didn't go to camp. That really hurt my career, obviously. And it ended it. So that was a poor choice. But I could be, if I went a few games without scoring, I'd get really down. I read a lot of self-help books. Like if I, scored an overtime winner, I couldn't sleep that night. I just couldn't process things.
A lot of emotions.
Yes. And then as I got older and I realized after the fact, but, hockey helped teach me. I played senior hockey. I went there and you want to talk about, humility. I went back and played senior hockey after being a first-round pick. Played in my hometown, where, like I said, a bit of egg on my face. But after a while, people understood. I just loved the game. I couldn't play it the same anymore. But I do love the game of hockey and everything that it teaches. And if I could, tell my 10-year-old self anything, is it's not all about playing in the NHL. It's the people that you meet. Right now, we're going to raise hundreds of thousands of dollars for cancer.
It's incredible.
It's a platform. It's a camaraderie, and it extends beyond the teammates. Everybody here who's, a hockey fan that's here for an autograph or a picture, they share in it. We're all part of the hockey culture, and it's deep here in Canada.
It's such a beautiful thing.
I'm proud of that. Yeah, I really am, and to still have the platform to be out and playing these games. And I mean, this is what it's about. So, my 10-year-old self, I think, was a little too excitable, one way or the other, and. I don't think when you're that young, you can see the forest through the trees. But now I can, and, we're having a great time. We're raising a lot of money.
That's awesome. Thank you, my friend. You have some great advice. Thank you for the interview.
Thank you.